I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw this TikTok about a hockey romance. It's like second chance but arranged marriage at the same time. I don't really know. I'm not really a second chance romance lover because I think the only one I've ever liked is You Deserve Each Other, which I totally recommend. I got that for like one of those blind book with a date from Barnes and Nobles, and I really did like it. I did not think I was going to, but I do love basically almost all hockey romances. So we'll be reading our hockey romance today. It's called One Last Chance, a second chance sports romance. I have not read anything by her before, so we're gonna see my opinion on it. Yeah, so let's get this reading vlog started. Chapter 1, 14 years ago in Austria. Her mom's dead, and she's rewatching footage of her ski racing from last winter. So she's a competitive athlete. She's 16 right now, and I think 16 is when her father arranges a marriage to her, to a hockey player, for like, to control the sports, the ice sports, like mafia type of thing. And that's what I think is gonna happen. We haven't met the guy yet, but I think that's what's gonna happen. And she doesn't really want to marry him, and she thinks her mom's disappointed in her or something. So yeah. And she's meeting two boys that were like cousins to her, until her mom and a dude named Victor, who I'm guessing is her husband's dad. And apparently she's best friends with Sasha, but is not friends with Nikolai. And Nikolai is obviously gonna be the one that she's betrothed to, because that's book trope 101. Yeah, and he's been traveling all over Russian Europe, playing professional in the Continental Hockey League for last year. I'm a genius. Okay? I'm so good at this. So I was kind of right. Victor, I think, is her brother, actually, but her husband still never knew their mom. I swear if something weird incestual comes up where they're like actually cousins, I'm gonna lose it, because that's disgusting. If I understand correctly, she's in love with Sasha, and she's really happy that Sasha was looking at her butt because she thought that she was stuck in the friend zone. But I know that's not who she ends up with, because I know it's a hockey romance, and the other brother plays hockey. But anyway, the family of Sasha and the other guy, I don't remember, whoever the future husband's name is going to be, I think, is paying for her to go to a fancy school. So maybe but there's no boarding school romance, so I don't really understand. Maybe I have to read more than just chapter 1 before I make all my opinions. I'm confused. A little bit. Or I'm just making up a plot myself, and I think it's better, personally. But whatever. Okay. Here's what you missed. Now Sasha invited her to the treehouse, right? And then he was like, I actually can't be friends with you because you're too hot. And that's not fair, I think, is basically what he's getting at. And that I think he's in love with her, but he knows that she's gonna have to marry someone else. I don't know. But he like purposely pushes her away and stuff like that. So that's where we left off, and now we're present day. We still haven't gotten the guy's point of view. I don't even know, is this book dual POV? It does not say, so I do not know. They're just chapter names. Hope they are, because dual POV books are always better. And people who say they aren't are wrong. And that's okay, you can be wrong sometimes. We are on chapter 11.
I was kind of wrong about a lot of things. I thought the book was going to go in a different direction than it did. So Sasha, the character, was saying that, she's going to date the little brother. Apparently he's a love interest, and the little brother is dead. And he's a single father because his brother died, so he had to take his niece. Not what I expected to happen. And then they didn't know they were married legally the whole time. Like, they thought they were signing money for her to go to school, but it was actually for her to get married because Sasha's dad didn't think that, thinks that women ruin all men's lives, so if they're married, then he can't. Yeah, there was some weird plot line about, Petra's mom having an affair with Sasha's dad, and the dad was threatening to tell Petra's dad on Petra's mom. So then Petra's mom rushed home from practice, and that's how she died in a car accident with her and Victor, the brother. And Sasha knows that, but Petra doesn't know that. So that's why he can't date her. When I said that they didn't know that they were legally married the whole time, he found out that the dad was trying to get them married, and then that's why he was so mean to her, obviously, the most common book trope ever. And so that's why he was like, I don't love you because you're too hot. And then he was like, okay, so now we're not gonna be married, but the dad didn't keep his word. They were actually married the whole time, and it's like he needs to get like a visa or something, so that, and he doesn't want his niece to go with sister-in-law's sister because she's kind of creepy and the uncle's kind of creepy. So like I get that because they were kind of weird. I was guessing that that Sasha's family killed Petra's family, and I was right. I just thought it was gonna be, well, no, well, yeah. I'm guessing that the reason that the little girl, I think the little girl's name is Stella, is so uncomfortable around the other family is more than just that they're icky. I think that they are included in the killing of her parents because her parents are dead. Because they really want Stella for some reason. I don't know why. And I think this book is part of a series because there's multiple moments where they'll bring up people that they're like, oh yeah, this couple is now happily together. And I'll be like, I don't know who those people are. And then I'll be like, oh, it's probably like the first book series. And then they're setting up the third book couple. So that makes a lot more sense. I think that a lot of books have the wrong like amount of hatred for the characters have for each other. For like, it's always like either bigger or smaller than the actual like problem. And I gotta say, I think her hatred and dislike is pretty good. Like the amount that she hates him for what he did is a logical and reasonable amount, you know? I feel like some books, like, they'll be forgiven like 3 pages, but like they won't, and they'll keep like this small issue for like 19 chapters. And I'm like, okay, this is a good amount of anger. I also want to say that the main character is actually pretty good, pretty interesting, has like depth, and is not just like this one character that needs to be saved, which we see a lot in like hockey romances and sport romances where the guy is well developed because he's a hockey player and he's like everyone's dream, so they go in depth about that. But then the other girl just happens to be like a girl who's like a nerd or a business major. It's always something like that. But here, at least she has a job. We have reasons for her to do things. She has a whole backstory. It's like they're evenly developed, which we don't see a lot. Look at that. That's the cover. It kind of freaks me out. I'm gonna be real. I don't like covers with real people on them. That's just not how books should be. That's kind of creepy. And also, like, he does not look like how I imagined him at all. But I never imagined book characters to be right. Like, that's why other people are, like, complaining about movie adaptations. I'm like, I don't know. I kind of just imagine them as blobs. And, like, I know they're hot, so I just imagine the fact that they're hot, and I don't really know what else they are. So basically, there's a new character introduced, the nanny. They're gonna get a new nanny, and Petra's going to go film her show in LA. And they're like, now they're dating or something. I found the coolest word ever, facsimile. He's all emo, being like, oh, I love her, but we're never gonna be together because, like, reasons. I don't really know. They're kind of cute together. It's not like screaming cute, but they're cute. Stella, his niece, is very, very cute. I was reading this, and there was a line, there's so much passion in your voice just now. I need to know what you look like when you're talking about something you're so committed to. That was a little bit too much for me, and I did stop reading for about an hour and had to come back because that was a little disgusting. One thing, gotta say, a little too much description of what eyeballs look like and their eye color for me personally, but I don't know. One of my favorite plots is that she didn't realize that Alex Ivanov, who was playing hockey, was her friend because she always called him Sasha. And there's so many Alex Ivanovs in like Russian with Russian names, so she didn't realize that and didn't register that he was the same Sasha Ivanov he had grown up with. And I think that's really funny and very niche, but I find that very, very funny. Hello everybody, I have finished the book and I have a couple of quick notes I'm just gonna pop through. First, it's pretty empowering for a hockey book. I feel like a lot of hockey romances will only be like, the girl that he's with is the only one, and she's different from other girls, and every other girl sucks, and we don't see that in this book, so that's pretty good. Second, a little more negative, but there are a lot of couples in this book, and a lot of characters in this book that does make it kind of hard to follow. To be fair, I don't know if I'm reading like the third book in the series, the second book in the series, but there in general are a lot of couples to keep track of. Plot wise, he ends up flying to LA and surprises her, and they do like a little date thing. They're kind of dating and they're kind of not, and then it's the normal like third act breakup because of miscommunication. He gets a man bun. I was really rooting for him, and now I don't know. I really don't know. The TikTok moment was a little bit less dramatic than I thought it was going to be, but it was still cute. Overall, I like this book. I think it's cute. It's nothing really groundbreaking, But if you just want to read a hockey romance and just that doesn't have to be perfect but is enjoyable, I recommend it for you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's not take everything so seriously. Bye.